dull, boring, practical, unsexy. Those 4 words describe a lot of the habits that save me the most money. Because when people talk about frugal living, it's usually about the hacks, the no-spend challenges, or some big dramatic lifestyle change. And those things, well, they can be fun and effective, but the habits that actually keep a household budget under control are usually much simpler than that. So today I'm sharing the 15 unsexy habits that make frugal living actually work in real life, including one that saves me money by spending a little bit more upfront. After years of working on our finances and helping other people do the same, I realized something. The habits that really move the needle are usually the least exciting ones. Start the day slowly at home. Now, I like to start the day slowly. My mornings are quiet, coffee, soft light, journaling, and reading. No rushing out the door. Now, I know this sounds like I'm living a life of luxury, and I understand how blessed I am to be able to take my time and work from home. But this also works for anyone who needs to go into work every day. The same slow rhythm that I have can also work for you, even if you have little kids. And my routine is the same. I get up at 5 a.m., I know, but I have coffee and I read and I journal and then start making my son's breakfast and packing his lunch. I have a 27-year-old severe special needs son who goes to day program Monday through Friday. The routine would be similar to someone who has to get kids ready and head into the office. By getting up earlier, I have time to not rush. That simple rhythm removes a lot of spending triggers like drive-through coffee or grabbing breakfast on the way somewhere. Number 2, drinking coffee at home every day. I drink my coffee at home. I don't have anything fancy. It's just coffee with cream on the couch, wrapped in a blanket most mornings. It's one of the most boring daily habits I have, but over the years, it saves an incredible amount of money. And we all know the money gurus talk about the financial burden of getting coffee out every day. Even the cheapest coffees can run you almost $10 a week. So I choose boring. Number 3, staying off my phone first thing in the morning. Phones are one of the biggest spending triggers today. So I stay off my phone first thing. Ads, influencer recommendation, Amazon suggestions, sales emails. It's constant. Starting the day without the noise helps keep impulse spending out of my head entirely. And it keeps my nervous system calm for just a little while longer. This saves me money because a calm nervous system isn't looking for dopamine hits to feel happy. Dopamine hits look like asking my husband to run to the bakery for a muffin or scone, itching to get out of the house for a Target walkabout, or downloading the newest book recommendations on Goodreads or Amazon. So postponing these breaks that addiction to wanting more of those dopamine hits. Number 4, packing my son's lunch every morning. This one is a little bit of a different take. My special needs son isn't going to go out to eat if I don't pack his lunch. What this does reinforce is that food always gets prepared ahead of time. It's one of those boring habits that we always do. Running errands, pack food first. Taking a road trip, pack food first. Thinking about lunches at home, packing up the leftovers from the week's dinners in individual servings for the week. Number 5, meal planning 2 weeks at a time. Meal planning is repetitive, maybe a little tedious, and definitely unsexy. But it eliminates the 4:30 p.m. panic of what's for dinner. It reduces impulse spending, and it reduces food wastes. I don't love not knowing things. I do love knowing the rules and following the rules. So if I have 12 meals to pick from a list, life flows better. I don't have to wonder what I need to cook for these people every single night. I already know. It also stops risking decision fatigue. There's a plan, and we follow the plan. Unsexy and practical. Cooking dinner most nights. Cooking dinner is probably the most boring habit there is here. It's not a hack or a challenge. It's repetitive and something most women in midlife are probably tired of thinking about after doing it for like 40 years. The money saving doesn't come from cooking one dinner. It comes from the boring consistency of cooking over and over again. It happens over and over, but these ordinary meals are what keeps a household budget stable. I always plan a few easy meals like pizza on a pre-made crust or spaghetti with jarred sauce. The real power isn't the meal itself, it's the routine. Number 7, treating leftovers like a planned meal. Most households treat leftovers like an accident. We treat leftovers like a planned thing. They're not accidental in our house. And when I cook dinner, I'm often thinking about tomorrow's lunch or another dinner later in the week. It's a great way to reduce food wastes too. As a matter of fact, as I'm up here filming this video, my husband is eating the leftover spaghetti and meatballs for lunch. It stretches groceries a little bit further. One leftover meal is one day that you may not need groceries. It also eliminates another spending trigger. So many people would rather spend money on a meal out than eat leftovers. Learn to love them or learn to repurpose them in a new way. Number 8, eating simple lunches. Another unsexy habit that saves me money is keeping lunches really simple. Now, I know not everyone works from home like I do. A lot of people are packing lunches for work or eating them on the go. But the idea still applies. In my house, lunch is usually something very basic. Leftovers from dinner or a simple sandwich. It's not super creative and it's definitely not exciting, but it removes one of those daily decisions where money can easily slip away. Lunch doesn't have to be an event. When it's simple and predictable, it saves both time and money. That's really the habit here. Keeping lunch boring on purpose. Number 9, batching errands into one trip. If I need to leave the house, I combine everything. Groceries, drugstore, appointments. Fewer trips means less gas and fewer chances to wander through stores and buy things I didn't plan on buying. Like I mentioned earlier, most things take us at least 20 minutes to get to, and who has time for that? There are so many other things I would rather spend my time doing. So a few times a month, I get my list together and we spend the day doing all the things that need to be done. Number 10, packing foods when we leave the house. Another unsexy habit that saves us money is packing food when we leave the house. If we have an appointment around lunchtime or we know we'll be out running errands for a while, I'll throw together a couple of sandwiches, some snacks, or even leftovers and bring them with us. It's a little bit of planning and it takes a few extra minutes before you walk out the door. But a lot of food spending happens when people are already out somewhere and suddenly realize they're hungry. I experienced this the other day. I ran out the door forgetting to grab something, and while picking up a few things at Target, I ended up opening a bag of snacks to eat. I don't love doing that because it's mostly something full of sugar and it never makes me feel good. Hunger is mostly when the quick stop happens. A cafe, a drive-thru, nerd scummy clusters you grab while shopping at Target. When food is already packed, that decision never even comes up. It's one of those small, boring habits that prevents spending before it even starts. Plan for hunger the same way you plan for errands. Even something simple like a granola bar, fruit, or a sandwich can prevent a stop that easily turns into a $20 meal. Number 11, resetting the kitchen every night. Another one of my unsexy habits has nothing to do with budgeting. It's resetting the kitchen every night before bed. Before I go upstairs, I load the dishwasher, clear the counters, and make sure the kitchen is ready for the next day. Now that might sound like more of a cleaning habit than a money habit, but it actually makes a really big difference because when you wake up or walk into the kitchen the next day and it's already messy, cooking immediately feels like a bigger job. And that's when people start thinking things like maybe we should just grab something on the way to work. But when the kitchen is clean and ready to go, cooking breakfast, fixing lunches, and making dinners feels a lot easier. It's one of those boring little routines that removes the friction that leads to takeout. Number 12, showering every other day. Another unsexy habit in my life is that I shower every other day. Now, before anyone panics, obviously, if I've been exercising or working outside or something where I'm getting sweaty, going to the gym, I'm going to shower. But as a normal routine, I don't feel the need to take a full shower every single day. And while this one might sound a little strange in a money video, it actually does reduce everyday consumption. Fewer showers means using less hot water, less energy to heat that water, and even things like shampoo and body wash last longer. Now, none of these things are huge on their own, but over time, they do add up. And that's really the theme of this whole video. Most of the habits that save money aren't dramatic. They're small. They're practical choices that happen over and over and over again. Frugal living is about reducing everyday consumption, not just cutting big expenses. Number 13, creating a home that feels comfortable to be in. Another unsexy habit that saves money in my life is creating a home that actually feels comfortable to be in. That might sound like a lifestyle thing more than a money thing, but it makes a difference. When home feels stressful, cluttered, or chaotic, people naturally want to get out of the house. And a lot of spending happens when we're out looking for something to do, going out to eat, wandering stores, grabbing coffee somewhere. But when home feels calm and comfortable, staying in becomes the easier choice, the better choice. For me, that's simple things like opening the shades during the day or lighting a candle in the evening or putting on some soft lights and reading or watching something we enjoy. None of this is expensive, but it creates an environment where being at home actually feels good. And when home feels good, you spend a lot less money trying to entertain yourself somewhere else. You don't have to spend money to enjoy your life, but you do have to create an environment where staying home does feel good. The habits that save money are often lifestyle choices, not just budgeting tactics. Number 14, simple evenings at home. And we keep our evenings pretty simple. Most nights after dinner, we're not going anywhere. We'll sit on the couch, watch a show, maybe watch some YouTube videos, or I'll read before bed. It's pretty predictable, and a lot of spending happens in the evenings because people are looking for something to do. Going out for dinner, grabbing drinks, wandering through stores, picking up dessert somewhere, but when relaxing at home, it's just the normal routine. Those spending decisions don't come up nearly as often. It's one of those habits that doesn't feel like you're saving money in the moment, but over time, it prevents a lot of small spending that can really add up. You don't have to entertain yourself with spending. A calm evening routine can be both restful and inexpensive. Number 15, ending the day with a calm routine. The last unsexy habit that saves me money is ending the day with a calm routine. Around 8:30 or so, I'll clean up the kitchen, run the dishwasher, head upstairs, wash my face, brush my teeth, and then settle in for the night. I'll usually light a candle, turn on some soft lights, and read for a little while before going to sleep. Now that might not sound like a money habit, but it actually replaces a lot of the things people do late at night and lead to spending. A lot of online shopping happens when people are tired, scrolling their phones, and just looking for something to do. But when the night naturally winds down with a routine like reading or relaxing, those spending triggers don't really show up. It's a simple way to close out the day and one more small routine that keeps spending under control. The habits that protect your finances usually aren't over the top. They're the simple routines that shape your day from morning until night. And over time, those boring little habits add up to real money. And that's really the takeaway. The habits that save the most money usually aren't the exciting ones. They're the small routines that show up every day. And over time, those boring little habits do add up. And if this video spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and watch this video next.